I'm receiving a communication from the Earthbound ships. They have a message for the human race.
Put it through. Let's hear it.
Exterminate! 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 Exterminate!
No.
Exterminate! Exterminate!
Oh no.
What is it? Who are they? Do you know them, Doc?
Exterminate! 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 Exterminate!
There's nothing I can do. I'm sorry. We're dead.
Oh, God. He was so young.
Finally got around to seeing second part of Doctor Who. It's got the wimpy Wi-Fi. I had to download via the phone, then transfers, and well, I got to take 1 and 2 together, sort of thing. Yeah, there's a cringe factor in there, but they also learn to start tapping into the history a bit, because yeah, you bring back the Master. He's still nuts, but he's got moments of clarity. And I don't know. It's I'll say at least this time around. For those of you, spoilers ahead right now. Okay, I'm going to start. Dumbing. I will say it could have been worse, but they're still trying to hit the diversity marks here and there, and as the Doctor's traipsing through time, it's like, is it any coincidence that the allies she picks on are women? I mean, yeah, it's a nice little history lesson to learn about some of these unsung heroes, but she doesn't get Charles Babbage, the guy who invented the computer. No, she gets the female friend of Charles Babbage. It's like, I didn't quite catch what her role is, maybe in funding, I don't know. And this French resistance, gal in Paris at the time. Anyway, yeah, there's still there's still the agenda being pushed here, and also thankfully we did not go through you've always been a girl, so they didn't upend the Doctor's personal history, but they have decided to start playing with the Time Lord's history, and which, I don't know, I suppose, because, it might have fill in a gap or two of why the Time Lord's been so damn arrogant over the years. Master of space and time, you're going to get arrogant, but no. But, we might, this might work, okay? Because, if nothing else, Chibnall is a long-time fan. As that videotape footage from '86 we keep dragging up Prusa. He's been in this for a long, long time. He may not still understand it himself properly, or just, and that's the frustrating part, because he is a good writer. He was the guy behind Broadchurch. Broadchurch is a great show, and he did a lot for Torchwood and stuff. So he can write when he has to. He can come up with a good, decent, even, but he needs somebody sitting on him, and not the diversity gurus over the BBC. They need to butt the hell out, okay? Because if you look back over the history of Doctor Who, it's always been on the progressive side. They showed a black astronaut back in the 60s, okay? They had pretty strong female characters, even during Hartnell's era, okay? Sarah Kingdom, was not exactly a shrinking violet, okay? And for that matter, even Barbara had her, or Barbara had her moments, for God's sake. Okay? But that's part of the problem with trying to force this kind of diversity onto shows that were already diverse in the first place, or progressive in attitudes, because it comes across especially forced in that case. It's why it doesn't work with Star Trek, and why it doesn't work with even Star Wars, because it's showing off at that point. And why it's, dovetailing to Star Trek for a bit. It's really galling when they start, what diversity? Like, Does the name Nichelle Nichols mean anything? George Takei, you know? You're late to the party, guy, trying to force any kind of diversity thing onto Star Trek. We pretty much invented the whole concept in television. Okay? So, I'm tempted to invoke Ricky Gervais. You just say your thank yous, thank your agent, and then get the off. But Doctor Who is like, yeah, they're still trying to hit the diversity benchmarks that have maybe passed down from the sixth floor, maybe just whatever. But it could have been worse. It wasn't bad. I mean, Jodie really doesn't convey the kind of authority the Doctor should, though. Like, imagine, if you will, I don't know if I paused that or not, but anyway, I'll edit it. Imagine, if you will, Olivia Colman, who was Chibnall's first choice for the Doctor, if she had got the part. Or, say, Helen Mirren gets her little dream shot and she plays the Doctor. And imagine they can convey authority, especially Helen Mirren. I mean, well, Helen and Olivia both played the Queen, but Helen Mirren especially. I think she played both Queen Elizabeth. If Helen Mirren were to come in and say, humanity's about to die, do as I say, you'll listen to her. Jodie, not so much. I like, in a way, I think if you think about it, they really kind of maybe missed the mark a bit. Bradley Walsh had been the Doctor, and Jodie would have been a kick-ass companion. You can see her doing that, But as the Doctor, you gotta start rethinking how you cast these parts, guys. You gotta have somebody who character actors or anything, but also the theater term king actor, as in someone you could picture playing a king or a queen. In the case, I don't care male or female. I just want someone who can play the part. But there are certain actors who if you want to you need to cast somebody as a king. These are the guys you go to, And other guys, it's but also a lot of character actors can also fit in that category. They might play weird kings or mad kings, but still somebody who would command the room. And you look back over the list of things. William Hartnell, he spoke up and he put his foot down. You listened. And even Patrick Troughton had moments like that, and John Pertwee, of course. And even Tom Baker. And you go from totally goofy Marx Brothers stuff to deadly serious, in the matter of, in the same line. You turn the switch like that. Peter Davison, to a lesser extent, but he could still turn on if he needed to. Colin Baker wasn't given much of a chance to, but he could do it. And Sylvester McCoy, of course, he lets loose that baritone back. But this is the point where the show is really suffering, mainly because Jodie's just not right for the part. She's a fine actor. She's done she was great on Broadchurch and other thing, but she's just not right for this part. And it's no real sin to admit that sometimes things happen. Miscastings can happen, okay? Barbara Streisand was hopelessly miscast as Dolly in Hello, Dolly, okay? But they didn't want to go with, Carol Channing, because at that point, not many people outside of New York theater scene knew who Carol Channing was, and imagine that big ass, toothy mouth on the big screen. I can see that you're gonna scare people, but But anyway, I guess we're going. The big mystery overarching this season is going to be what happened to Gallifrey, or what did the Master do to Gallifrey, and why did he feel they deserved it? I mean, granted, on a personal level, they kind of used him like cannon fodder, so I can see his personal grudge. But what bit of Time Lord history are we going to learn here that makes the whole thing a lie? All right, and with that, PayPal, Patreon down below, and hopefully after today we'll get the ball rolling to get in our own place, and then we can shift the mailing address. But till then, it's still going to be Captain Robert April 4046 North Goldenrod Road, number 115, Winter Park, Florida 32792. And I got a meeting in a half an hour with the head of this joint, and hopefully Get the ball rolling.